I'm Camille with 30 Day Singer, and today I'm giving you 4 steps to choose the best key for your voice in any given song. Before we jump in, I want to draw your attention to the video description. There are going to be a lot of links in there that you'll need for each of these steps. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. It'll really help us out. Step 1 is to determine your vocal range. And I don't mean just your lowest note to highest note. I also want you to determine where your register points are. So we have different registers within our voice. We have chest or more of that speaking voice sound. We have head voice or falsetto. Woo! And we also have this range that overlaps chest and head voice called mix or middle voice. It's important for us to make these distinctions because sometimes you'll be singing a song that requires, let's say, a C5 belted. And if you're not yet extending that chesty mix up to C5, you might want to choose a different key for the song, or just know that that pitch in your voice might be a little bit lighter and more head voicey at this time. All you'll need to determine your range is a chromatic tuner. That's a tool that will analyze your pitch and display it on your screen. And you'll also need a virtual keyboard to get reference pitches to sing along with. See the video description for both. Step 2 is to look up the key of the song. And I recommend 3 resources that are usually pretty credible in this regard. If you just Google "What key is Everything I Wanted" by Billie Eilish, you might not get the correct result. So I recommend karaokeversion.com, Singing Carrots, or Ultimate Guitar to determine the key of the song you're singing. Step 3 is to determine the lowest and highest pitches of the melody in the original key. So what you're finding out is the range of the melody. As an example, we can use Perfect by Ed Sheeran. If you look up Perfect on karaokeversion.com, you'll see that the original key is A flat. So now your job is to listen through the entire song, make note of where you think the lowest pitch is and where you think the highest pitch is. And if you want to do that right now, you can pause this video, come back and see if you are correct. You do want to work with a chromatic tuner and or a virtual piano to make sure that you are getting those accurate pitches. It turns out that the lowest pitch of the melody is the very, very first pitch he sings on the word I when he sings "I Found a Love." That pitch for I is E flat 3. The highest pitch of the melody happens at the very beginning of each chorus when he sings the word dancin', dancin' in the dark, and that pitch on dance is A flat 4. So now we've got the key, A flat, and the range of the melody within that key. Lowest pitch is E flat 3 to A flat 4. Step 4 is to compare the melody's range against your comfortable singing range. So for example, let's say I'm a higher voiced singer and that E flat 3 is a bit too low for me. Maybe my lowest comfortable note is G. What that means for me is I need to shift the key of the song up however many half steps it takes to get to the point where the lowest pitch is now G. So, as an example, you can get out that virtual keyboard and walk up with me. From E flat to E is 1 half step. From E to F is 2. F to F sharp is 3. And F sharp to G is 4. So that tells me in order to make that lowest pitch singable, I need to move the key up 4 half steps or 4 semitones so that the range of the melody also moves up 4 half steps or 4 semitones. Keep in mind, not only that low note shifts up, the high note shifts up too. So if I moved from E flat to G for my lowest pitch, that range of the melody is all shifting up. So now my highest pitch won't be A flat, it'll be A flat to A to B flat to B to C. So my new range is going to be G to C. And did you notice the highest pitch of the song is also the key in this case? So now we're in the key of C. Quick disclaimer. If you're choosing a song to sing at a karaoke bar, It's not very smart to shift the key of that song and practice in that key because most karaoke bars will not have multiple keys available. Some will, but you can't really count on it. So when you're choosing a song for karaoke, you want to choose a song that's already within your comfy range. I also have in the description for you resources on how to shift a karaoke track, including some apps that you can transpose a track with. I want to point out 2 more helpful tips before I let you go. So the first is, if your voice type is significantly different than the original singer, you might want to start just singing an octave above them. So for example, if I'm singing a song by George Ezra, who has a pretty deep voice, I might just try to sing an octave above him. Let's say his highest pitch is A3. Then I'd be comfortable singing up to A4, and then whatever the lowest pitch is, figure it out. But just saying, give that a try, because you might find that you're transposing multiple semitones, and if that's the case, then it might be easier to sing in a different octave and then transpose less semitones. If you're singing in a different octave, so for example, let's say you were comfortable from E flat 4 to A flat 5. I know most people won't be, but just as an example with perfect. If you were comfortable E flat 4 to A flat 5, you would not need to shift the karaoke track because you're still singing in the key of A flat, you're just in a different octave on the keyboard. And my second piece of advice is if the melody is very limited, so let's say you're singing a song like Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker, it doesn't have a very wide range. I think it's maybe an octave range that melody has. I think it's F sharp 3 to F sharp 4, something like that. So if the range isn't that wide, then you're going to have a lot more flexibility regarding key. And you might want to try out a couple different keys before you find that sweet spot for your voice, that key in which it sounds energetic, but also comfortable, and you feel like you're getting your best tone. Songs with a very wide range, on the other hand, you're going to have less flexibility because, hey, if the lowest pitch is already super low and the highest pitch is super high, not a lot of wiggle room. What would you like to see more of? Let us know in the comments. Visit 30daysinger.com for easy step-by-step singing lessons.